All right, everybody. We are back with some more Varsity Overwatch. This is our second week of Varsity Overwatch. This week we have something a little bit different than PEC. We've got the Queen City Clash LAN qualifiers. So this is part of an official LAN tourney, and this is the seeding rounds, Swiss style seeding rounds. They're all online at this point for the LAN.
Yep.
Pretty cool stuff.
And then if they qualify for the LAN, our varsity team gets to go to St. Louis, which would be really, really cool.
So we've got our first match starting here shortly. That'll be against the University of Michigan. Very interested to see what the map picks are going to be looking like with the hero bans. I believe it's pretty similar to our standard PEC format. I'm not sure if the Wu Yang is banned. It seems that he's been banned a bit because there's a bug going around.
Yeah. So he currently has a bug where basically if you quick melee over and over and over again, his staff can reach people farther away than it should. So it's currently banned in NECC, but
So if
we're
we
not
take
really sure if
down
it's banned here.
if we take down University of Michigan, it means we get a second round tonight, and that will seed us even higher in the tournament. So even more skilled opponents, but it means a potential bye in the first round. So pretty cool. All right, looking forward to that in just a little while here, guys. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are going to be starting here shortly. We've got some ban picks coming out from both teams. You want to talk about that first ban?
Yeah, so we, U of Michigan banned the Cass and
Yeah.
we banned the Lucio. And just for a general like overview of what kind of goes on, if some team bans either a DPS, tank, or support, obviously they have to pick one of the two or one of the three. But the opposing team that picks second cannot pick from that same category.
Right. So say that we banned Lucio, as we did, they wouldn't be able to ban Wu Yang.
Yep.
So we got the Cass ban and the Lucio ban. Lucio's big. That's like your typical speed support character. It's a very important main support. So I expect to see both teams coming out with the Wu Yang.
Yep.
That's
It'll
going to be pretty typical.
interesting to see, though, if Michigan decides to play Juno, because we saw that last week in PC when the Lucio was banned. I forget who we played, but they were playing the Juno, which was a really interesting comp. I don't expect to see that.
No, me neither. I would be surprised if both teams don't
Yeah.
run Wu Yang here. Again, that Wu Yang character just has such strong poke,
Yep.
so much healing output, so much. It's really the poke value. Let's be honest. That
Yeah.
character is a genuine threat to your flex DPS that wants to sit on an off angle, and yeah, pretty much that's the main use for.
And then we are
Yang.
also going to be playing on Samoa.
Yes, Samoa will be our first map here. Looking forward to that.
It is a control map, so best of 3 points, much like Lijiang.
What do you think is going through Michigan's head with this Cass ban?
To me, that signifies it's going to be a heavier dive. Maybe
Yep.
we're looking at a ball
Could
or
be a
a
ball pick.
Doomfist or, well, double flex is really in right now. So I'd say like I'd expect a Tracer or Genji, but that's pretty expected pick as
Yep.
hit scans a little bit of an in the air role right now. I'd say double flex is really the stronger picks for your DPS.
Yeah, what I will say is that Cass is strong into your flex DPS that have the movement abilities, and you can sort of keep him in place. That's kind of what he excels at. He's not he doesn't have very much range anymore, so he's not that great of a poker. He's not that good of a hit scan overall right now. So I was surprised to see that, and instead of for example, a Reaper BAM, it could have been a Tracer BAM, it could have been any kind of flex support or flex DPS ban. Might have served them a little bit better there. So we'll see how this goes.
That's why I have to assume it's based on what their tank wants to play.
Yeah.
I don't think, but I mean, then again, could be completely wrong, and they just don't want the Cass character being in there. One of our players does specialize in playing Cass,
This is
so
true.
it could be a target ban. We're not really too sure, but expecting either a ball or a Doomfist.
For sure, for sure. Right,
He was
looks like we
kinda-
are entering the game now.
Welcome to Samoa.
All right, interested to see some team picks coming out here. See if we get the ball like we were predicting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what picks these are. Once we get some more information, I mean, the reason we think these tanks are going to be picked is just because, I'm not seeing any.
Okay, so very similar comps from the teams. We see a Baptiste coming out of Michigan. Very surprised to see no Wu Yang. They're running the Genji. Looks like they'll be running a Symmetra, probably just with TT. See if Bucket Punch switches here.
So, this just makes me a little bit confused as to why we banned the Cass. It makes me have to assume maybe they just didn't want to deal with our Cass player, but we'll see. Because they are running Zarya and Zarya, so it's just running Cass.
Yep. For sure.
The most surprising thing about this lineup right now is that we're not seeing a mirror viewing.
I'm surprised to see Ashen on Reaper instead of Tracer, but like you said, they're very strong right now. Keeping the backline here, you get the bubble out. This is a pretty typical strategy you're seeing. And Ewart comes out early. Suzu's out as well. Both those supports use their immortality abilities, but my dog dive goes down early here. Reaper's got trapped in with no cooldowns, and he gets picked. And that is a quick fight for Michigan. Yeah. I was surprised to see it turn that quickly. It looks like my Dark Knight might have just taken a little bit too much damage. Thought maybe his team was going to play a little faster there. Ended up getting picked really early. And it looks like Fake Alfie might just be staggering here. He gets bubbled out, but that is a bubble resource down for Alfie here. Gonna have to wait a little bit for that milk to come back, and that's just a valuable point time to go down. Feedback comes out.
Really early yet again.
All right, so neither team has a bubble now. Now we're seeing walk on the point. Zarya's getting low. Wraith comes out. He's waiting for the bubble. Here comes the Reaper pressure. Tracer's pressuring his back.
Maybe that's what
Hard to walk
happens.
through. It's hard to walk through. I've seen Akiri's taking a lot of pressure from that Tracer.
Forces the CSU out in our back line.
Walls. Yep.
I don't know how they
That
died.
goes down again. Seems like we're just getting a little bit like it's just a pinch is going on here. It's just
Yeah.
a Tracer in the backline kind of wreaking havoc. Supports aren't able to walk. Even if they have cooldowns, they can't really walk because they're using their cooldowns on themselves.
Yeah. Their Tracer is getting a lot of really good pressure, and it looks like our back line can't really deal with it right now.
Level out early, get some energy. I missed Michigan. Zarya, it looks like grab early here. 100 charge, he said, I'm doing this early. Wu Yang out comes out, see if he gets a stun on the Reaper. He's just living with it, looks like. We're going to re-engage with Kitsune maybe here if we get a solid Tracer pick here. So now backline can relieve that pressure. See if we enter with Kitsune here. I think it's good. Enter with grab. And the window comes out to try and keep those guys alive with those hand heals. And it works, and the Susa comes out.
Wow.
What a great play from that Baptiste.
Wow.
Kansas City just kind of struggling here to get entry. For high charge, here comes the reroll. There was no bubble after the reroll. A bit of a miscommunication there, it looked like.
This Reaper just again pressuring backline. I think what we're seeing is just a really
a little bit of a
clean
communication breakdown.
fight from Michigan.
Yeah.
That Baptiste ult was really, really good.
Yep.
It's really surprising to see a team right now live through Zarya grab because Wu Yang is just so high DPS that it's 3 orbs in there, you get the splash damage. So I mean that was incredibly impressive with no E-more because that got forced early. One thing I am seeing from Michigan is it seems as though that their support cooldowns are getting forced early by Ashton on the Reaper.
There's no engage.
Yeah,
There's no capitalization.
Yep, there's no capitalization whatsoever. So that's just going to be just a little bit of communication errors, but hopefully we'll see some more going on. And that Tracer looks to be really, really impressive for our
Yeah, really
back
threatening,
edge.
definitely, especially for the Kiriko. You know, you rely on Suzu a lot as a Zarya when you need your get out of jail free card, as a Reaper when you need your get out of jail free card. If you don't have that ability on entry, it's really hard to engage. Michigan State was, or not Michigan, sorry, University of Michigan was really composed here.
Again, we see the Reaper and the Tracer back on the back line.
Looks like they do get early control of this bridge. This is where you want to play from if you're looking to take control of the point, is get early control of that bridge. Looks like Michigan does take.
Look out, they just like die here?
Yeah. And that's a little stagger coming out. That is unfortunate. We've got to wait a little bit longer for that game to come back.
So right now, KU really needs to be focusing on this backline technique.
Clearing this Tracer is going to be really important, but you think if you're this Zarya, you don't really want to be using your bubbles to save your backline if you don't have to. That's a great pick to enter here. Zarya's going to have to back out here. They're going to back to the bridge, see if they are able to take control here. No bubbles on that Zarya, and Emor comes out. Emor is not very good.
This might be the KU's first fight win of the series.
Tracer looks like she's looking to stay in the backline here. I wonder if she'll engage with the team or earlier, try to get a pre-fight.
So this is really interesting. So we're talking a lot about backline pressure, and you can see that our Wu Yang currently picked the perk that gives him 3 orbs, which does give him a lot more hope value and will help the Kiriko live a lot easier. If more sorry for this audio issues. Currently going to the back rooms while playing Overwatch.
Might be on our end then. Alright, we got, looks like it's going to be our first grab fight here. Both sides are 90% charge here. Kitsune comes out, Wu Yang comes out. Maintaining point pressure here. End up getting split again.
Flip again.
Dead even right now, but this is, like I said, about to be our first grab fight here. Super important. Which team grabs first? Which team has a better solution for the grab? Like we saw last round, that was the inside Jackson. They chose
And
the
an
window. They don't have
early
the window
pick on
here.
this Kiriko just
Big
to poke.
right-click
This is
value.
really, really huge for KU.
Now we get this bubble. I'm not sure this angle that they're taking right now is very strong, and if we're able to just walk on them here, I'm sure the call right now is go, go, go. We can get
And
this hit.
the Tracer just got dealt with.
That's significantly worse grab from Michigan State to get free roll. Not sure that's so necessary.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
That
that was
fight
necessary.
already won.
Though we will see, I don't know when that window got forced. Honestly, I just lost one of the fights for me. But yeah, we were seeing that our backline was finally able to kind of cope with this Tracer, who's been a thorn on their side, which then allowed our backline to walk up, which allowed our grab to be better.
Yep, everything sort of worked out in our favor there. Looks like we're developing solutions to the way that they're
Volstorm
playing.
goes out from Michigan, doesn't hit anything. And then the Reaper just makes it go.
Okay, match Kitsune, and it's Kit's Blade from us. Both bubbles are out, Suzu's out, Emor comes out, every solution, every cooldown comes down. We're going to see My Dog Guide walking a lot here. Everybody's low.
Yep.
And we're just going to get a nice cleanup
Infinite
here.
pressure right now from this Genji character. Really, honestly, a little bit messy, but it worked out in our favor. Just the Genji ult was just really, really necessary to force out both Emort and Suzu, which then allows our team to just infinitely walk on them.
Yeah. Yeah, very good there. The Baptiste window, of course, was out pre-fight. That was previously their solution for the grab. So My Dog Died, I assume, saw that, took the opportunity, and Grab ended up winning that round, I believe. I think that the Kitsune match was good,
I think
but that fight
the
was already
early
over.
Kiriko pick,
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly, from what we saw, our Zarya was just simply throwing right-click in.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just an unfortunate situation.
Those 100 charge right clicks really hurt, and especially with that new perk that allows you to gain 3
Yep.
energy for every person hit with right click. Not right click hit. Say you launch one of those right clicks into 4 people, you're getting 12 energy pre-fight. It's a very, very, very strong perk. Keeps that Zarya at 100 charge, and those right clicks really hurt. All right, we're engaging from the left side of the point here. Taking
Just
this
controlling
sort
a little bit more angles, but it does allow their Tracer to wrap around fully behind our team. We'll see how our backline
Yep.
deals with
Like
that. And
our
again, we
Tracer.
saw that that was really capitalized on, but we should see KU just walking now.
Yep, there's Wraith. See what we can do without this Reaper on point.
Yeah.
He's got to die first. We want to get anywhere here. Bubbling our Reaper in, and he falls. There we
Reaper
are.
falls,
Now,
and then it's just Suzu's out,
Yep.
and then
this Tracer is
Tracers.
a problem.
Yep.
Clearly, I mean, we have to disengage now. That was very nearly a 1 fight. We would have had our Kiriko back and been able to win that fight, but that Tracer just gets so much value.
Yep.
Very threatening. I would say
And
that's
it
solving
does
that is
explain
most
the
pressing
cast
problem.
man.
Yes, it does explain the cast ban. It was not a ball player. It was a Tracer player that just needed a little bit of pressure off of her back. And she's just running rampant in the backline right now. All right, we're at 100 charge here. See if we're going to engage. The Reaper TP's in.
Goodness, Reaper's
Wow,
in.
that
Wow.
was
I
an
don't-
early engage from the Reaper. I don't agree with that at all. See if we're going to
Nope,
bubble
and
our
then-
Reaper on the corner here. Wraith's out.
Our Kiriko's still dealing with this Tracer in the back. So just like focusing a lot of attention off our tank, which I think is why we've seen My Dog died a few times early fight. I mean, this Tracer's still sitting behind him right now,
Yep.
causing just so many issues, but
Yeah,
she
I
should
mean,
be cleaned up soon.
The thing with Tracer is that you've got to
Alright,
look at her.
KU
You've got to
gets
turn
the
for her.
flip, and the Tracer dies.
Yep.
Perfect.
Well played.
We should see them just walking up and maybe trying to get some more picks. Suzu comes out. I mean,
Wow!
oh, wow. Grab comes out.
I think they have the stronger grab here, unfortunately. And the window comes out,
Window
and
comes
everybody's
out.
going to
Pulse
fall
comes
over.
out. This is an even fight right now.
It
We
is an
just
even fight.
traded
We're gonna back up the point
Reapers.
here.
Kids is out though. It's just a little bit, needs to be held a little bit until they walk on a point.
Yeah, I don't really agree with Kitsing there into that window. It's just too threatening. You can't stand in front of the window.
And their Kids is better, which I think is ultimately going to turn this fight right now. That just allows the speed in Kits when you're lacking already speed in the game because of the Lucio ban allows their entire team to just walk on your backline. It should just cause a collapse. I don't know why they didn't capitalize more on
Reaper
this.
TPing in, getting a little, dying on point here, maybe getting a little bit
Just
extra cap.
stalling.
Just stalling for time.
Yep.
Yep. Wraith forms first out
Suzu gets
early.
forced,
Both bubbles
but
out. And there's the.
Immort's-
We're going to put a lot of pressure on
Yep.
this Zarya here. See if she falls.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Wraith.
Here goes in.
Yep.
Reaper ult cleans us up.
Death Blossom. Very strong Death Blossom there. That was very good. And it looks like we're going to take retake here.
See if we can clean up these supports.
They're just
TP's
staggering at
down.
this
This is a
point.
really good stagger,
Nice.
which is most likely the call there.
Yep.
I would have liked to see U of Michigan take more initiative with their kits. I think it was arguably the better kits against KU. But for somehow, KU honestly managed to sustain that, which was really nice.
Yeah. All right, this Genji, I'm sure the call right now is just Genji, look off this Tracer constantly. It's a
Really
good grab
good
out
grab.
in main. We're ready for it. There's the Suzu,
There's
there's
this
the Emor.
Emor, and
Blade
then
comes out.
Blade
Yep.
for free.
No cooldowns to really stop this Blade. He gets a ton of value. There's 3 down with the Blade. How many ults did we use that fight? We used 2 ults to their 0. So this is going to be
Yep.
probably a pretty dry fight for KU.
So really, we're looking at Michigan's, their win condition right now is this grab, and if it can be good, both kits will come on board, but Michigan's going to come up on 5 ults here. So this will be a really interesting ult fight. They honestly need to have a really big target on someone's back, but
If I'm
think
KU,
we're
I'm
gonna
a little bit
see-
scared about dropping ults here. I'm letting them use
Oh,
one
wow.
first, and there we are. Now it's an even fight, so the kit come out. The Wu Yang ult comes out. You've got bubbles in that grab right there. The grab isn't that strong, and the pulse bomb goes out.
just gets nothing.
And that is all 5 ults for Michigan. Let's see if they can turn this
Here
fight
comes
here.
the Reaper ult right in the back.
Wow, well played.
Still
even fight.
losable. Yeah, it's very even.
Well played, though. Here we are. Zarya's going down.
Just
And
walk
just
in the
not
back
able
point.
to survive through that 100 charge.
This
Zarya.
Curie has to go first if they want to have any chance of flipping this.
Recall comes out. See what we're looking at here. Suzu's out. No
Suzu's
more cooldowns
out.
to save him now, and it is over. That was a good round for us. That last fight was very
Yeah, and so
well.
we
very
can
well
see
fought.
even from the stats here, our Wu Yang got a lot more just value out of the triple orb because it gave them poke against the Tracer. But we'll watch us play the game here from their bats.
This
This
is that
map was
window on the
actually
grab.
really good.
Grab comes out, and the Zarya calls, I'm sure, window this, window this, window this. We kill all 4. Looks like that play of the game
So
got cut
that
off a
was
little
just
bit.
an interesting
Where
play of
was
the
all the
game.
kills? The play,
Yeah.
play of the game maybe fell off a little bit. I've been noticing this. It's been a little bit
We
less
kind of was
exciting
it was a
lately.
30-second clip before the clip that we actually wanted, but there's that.
Yeah.
It was honestly a really good match. The thing that we saw was KU adapt to the Tracer because first map it was backline was getting collapsed on by the Reaper and the Tracer, but once we were able to have a support that could really just take care of those off angles, I mean Wu Yang, it's 100 damage straight if you hit a Tracer, so that's just really damaging. It forces all Tracer's cooldowns out early. It's really, really powerful. So if we have the triple orb, it gives our Kiriko more sustain to then focus on our front line and healing. Because really, when you're in a Kiriko comp with this, it's more so you're focused on healing, less taking angles.
Yeah, for sure.
And we obviously saw that work out for KU's favor.
Yeah.
So it was really good to see them adapt and then be able to play into the comp and win.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I will say, though, is that this Zarya comp that we're seeing a lot of, the Wu Yang, Reaper, Zarya, Kiriko, Ana maybe sometimes, and you just sort of fight it front to back. It's very punishing if you remain in the front line. And so the Tracer goes, I'm just going to take advantage of this. I'm going to make everybody turn around. They're no longer able to fight front to back and get that value from that comp. They want to play really brawly, but they're not able to because of that Tracer threat. They were able to solve that and play exactly how they wanted, and we saw that in the last fight too. They
Yep.
controlled the tempo very, very, very well. Waited for a couple ults to come back, and re-engaged with Kitsune, and our ults were just so much better in that last fight. So, good showing from KU.
Yeah, it was a
Very
really
good.
good show of just being able to adapt and, you know, kind of figure out what they wanted to do. It looks like next map is going to be Kings Row. I see a Moira orb in the left.
Yep. All right, we're flying through Kings Row right now. Interested to see what
I am
bands
interested
were coming
to see
out.
the bands. If we're able to play cast, which I just don't think is what we're going to have to do if our backline was able to deal with this Tracer, but if we do run cast, this Tracer will be really, really, really dismantled.
I'm not sure. No band announcements yet. There's the first one coming out. All right, here we are. So it looks like we are banning Baptiste. KU obviously gets the first ban here.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I know. I'm very surprised to see that. Perhaps they were a
They're-
little bit threatened by those windows and thought that is their win condition.
Well, yeah,
They
I
need to
guess
shut
Kings
that
Row
down.
is just like choke point after choke point. You just place it in the back. I don't know though. I thought that their Baptiste was actually really, really a strong player for their.
That's probably
University
why
of
it-
Michigan team.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. And if I'm honest, they might just be trying to force that Baptiste onto a less comfortable character for him, which is also a completely valid strategy. Some might call it target banning, but I think it's just good team play to discuss and say who was the biggest threat that game. Surprised no Tracer ban comes out. That would
I'm
have
not
been
really surprised. Their Tracer really got dismantled the last two maps by KU. First map is a really prevalent issue because we weren't able to adapt to it in time, but come second map and a little bit of discussion that you have in between, obviously, each map variation, you were good. So we'll get back to you guys when this map
Alright.
gets started up.
All right, here we are. We are in Kings Row. We want to talk about these bans. Looks like we were a bit confused. One of our players may have thought that we were banning first, but Michigan gets the first ban because they lost that first map. Right.
Okay, so we first banned Baptiste, it looks like Michigan changed their support lineup. So now they have this Lucio player, who's the new player, which explains why we were banning the Baptiste.
Yep.
Now Michigan has banned Reaper and we banned Ramatra.
Makes you think, I wonder if that first round we banned the Lucio because of this Yamitra Lucio. I wonder if that's
likely.
who Yamitra's comfortable on. We have a bit of data on this Yamitra player.
They did.
Former professional player. Pretty strong support player. This is the only player on Michigan that I had heard about prior to the game. So interesting to see. We target banned them twice now, potentially. And the Ramatra ban, of course, signals we may end up playing Reinhardt here. We'll see.
So we just saw Ashton on the Widowmaker trying to get just a little early pick to allow our team to walk in a little bit more, but...
Sorry, he's getting bullied a lot. Both Bubs are out. Look at that Wu Yang poke coming in. Very, very strong poke there. Looks like the Tracer's up on that top right high ground, punching our supports consistently here. And Kiriko goes low.
You kind of just see there, yeah.
Look at this defensive positioning. Very aggressive, but they're just maintaining this high ground control. Looks like Fake Alfie is looking to contest this Tracer up on this top right high ground here. Actually gets the pick on the Kiriko. And now this is an even fight. Now we're up in this fight. Very winnable position here for KU.
And we can just
Kiriko
see
needs to
this
walk
Tracer
through
yet
past this
again.
Tracer.
Just sitting in the back line, but
Looking to get a pick out of
they're
spawn,
getting
looks like.
a little bit...
On the Wu Yang.
I think it's a winnable fight, but we're just going to see KU trying to spam through this chokehold and just easily cap these three, and then we'll see him walk through. It was really interesting positioning from their Lucio and the 2 flex DPS, but they weren't getting the most value because their Kiriko's getting walked at. So not able to provide any help. But it's interesting to see they're still setting up there. You can see their Lucio kind of sitting on bridge with their Genji, so we'll see if how enabling this is, but oh.
We're waiting just a bit here to walk up.
I heard
Kiriko
a
gets low.
recall forced out.
Tracer gets bubbled in on this Kiriko. See if the pulse bomb comes out. Nope, recall is forced, and we're still waiting on that. But we're making space here. Zarya's got to walk back. Grab comes out only on the on the Genji there. Tracer has no recall on point, and we Kitsune. Not sure that Kitsune was very necessary at all. Looks like that fight was won, and the Tracer sees the Kitsune comes out, and she just goes, "My job's done. I'll be leaving now."
Yeah.
So interesting to see
Good
that.
to see a pick.
Pulse bomb comes out, and the Zarya has another bubble
Yep.
to solve that issue pretty quickly. Good thought, though. A lot of times you'll see a Tracer use a pulse bomb just to finish off a low tank.
It looks like we're currently winning this Tracer duel with pressure, but I think it's mainly due to the fact that their Genji pushes up with their Lucio. This is a really good grab for Michigan.
Grab.
Hopefully this is
Comes out. This is when you want to have the Kitsune if you're Kansas.
good beat for the blade.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the
This
blade
fight's
gets melted
lost.
down. Yep. So they had the answer for all of Kansas's attempts at winning that fight
Yep.
there. The blade
Really
comes out.
powerful, not powerful, but really enabling grab. Lucio is just holding on to beat for Genji, so
You
we'll
see the Lucio either hold on to beat for grab or for Genji, whichever is needed more.
Bomb goes out for Michigan. I think it happened in the
Here
back
comes the
line,
blade.
but nothing really happened there.
We've got every solution for this blade. In fact, I think it's a really early blade. I don't think it's getting
Yep.
any picks at all. And Genji's got to leave. He's getting poked out.
Typically, we want to see Genji blade more around mid-fight to late fight, but I mean, Michigan still
Still kind of just walking
walks
over us.
up, yeah.
Fortunately, that's already got so much charge right now. We're going to be walking back to the spawn room, not giving them the extra ult charge here. And they're speeding out. Oh, they're speeding to high ground. We're going to see a really close spawn hold here, potentially.
Yeah,
This is
wow,
very
this
interesting.
is really interesting.
We're going to walk out, and there's going to be a team fight in this room. I've never seen this before on Kings Row. Very interesting to see how both teams approach
And
this.
it looks like their Zarya is building grab faster. Oh, no, wait, sorry. I'm confused.
Are we going to try to wrap around? I think if you're Kansas, you don't want to contest this chokehold. You want to keep walking to cart and flip the map completely. But Zarya's applying a lot of pressure. Lucio goes down. And here comes another Michigan grab. Wow.
So I think their plan was to just grab there. I was a little bit confused on the grabs just because they swapped sides, but yeah, really interesting for Michigan. It's an interesting place to hold, and they're holding up there again just a little bit farther back. But you can see that they
Now they're
know
backing
that
up.
they can't hold this anymore
they don't
because
have
their
grab.
Zarya doesn't have grab, which is
Yeah.
just like if you grab into a hallway.
So that was interesting. That was the fight plan. was stuff them, stuff them, stuff them. As soon as Zarya has grab, we're going to engage with grab, win that team fight quickly.
And then our grab comes out,
Our
and
grab is good.
again,
It's
it's
2 picks.
really good.
Zarya's flanking here, looking to maybe apply a little bit of pressure, keep them backing up. We're going to keep walking here. They're just leaving. We're just going to keep walking all the way back to their spawn. One thing about King's Row, this spawn drives me a little bit nuts because it's so far away, so you really don't want to get picked late fight here.
And fun fact, there was genuinely a study done that showed the attacking team has to have at least 3 ults. We're going to see mirrored kits here.
Mirrored kits.
Waiting for the pulse bomb on both sides. And then again, Michigan's
A lot of
closing
pressure
up
on the
to
Genji.
a...
Oh, that Zarya goes down! Wow. You hate to see a Zarya at full charge go down first in a team fight. That's tough. Just a hard fight to win there, to be honest. They're up so far.
That.
Yeah. Like you were saying, it's a hard team fight to win. You have to have
yeah,
3 ults or more than the other
There
team.
was a study done, and it genuinely showed that the data proves that if you don't have 3 or more ults, you're 75% more likely to not cap the point.
Right. On this point specifically.
Yep, on this point
King's Row.
specifically.
It is, in that way, I think one of the more lopsided points in the game
Yep.
in terms of spawn. And
Yeah, King's Row is a favorite for everyone. So we're going to see just a little bit of poke come out from KU. Oh,
there's
pulse
the
bomb
pulse
goes out.
on the
wow,
Lucio.
Stick on the Lucio.
Wow.
It's really great.
Sometimes it's hard to catch those pulse bombs there, but that was a impressive showing. Hard to
Genji
pulse a
wins the
Lucio.
Genji duel. This Kiriko needs to die if I'm KU. That's what I'm saying.
There we
There
are.
go.
Yeah. That's a good call, too. If you're able to kill that Kiriko, probably have a better chance at winning this last fight.
So
here.
we're seeing
We've got
Kansas
3
come
on.
up on the Wu Yang ult, their Genji ult, and Michigan's going to have beat, which is interesting that they're not saving this for
Well, we're playing up.
their blade.
We're playing quite a bit up here.
Their blade comes out from Michigan. It's not. Gets the Zarya.
It is good just because
Does
we're already
come
walking
out.
backwards.
Yeah.
Very solid there.
Solid fight.
How many times have I said Michigan State? It is just University of Michigan.
Wait, no, I don't catch it.
Well, you gotta hold me accountable because that's just not the team we're playing. All right, interesting to see this engage here.
Their Tracer is playing from our bridge right now.
We are looking at another grab fight here. See which grab comes out first. Fake Alfie with the blade here. Here it
and
comes.
just solo blades the Lucio, which is really good. This Lucio is playing really, really aggressive. And
Wu Yang ult
Fake
solves the
Alfie
grab.
does know there's no sound beat, which I honestly think was a pretty early beat from their Lucio.
And Tracer 1v1's gonna happen. So we're switching the ball here for touch, and it's gonna be one of those fights where we have to kill her first person to touch. Pulse bomb comes out on the ball, and there goes. Yeah, we just have grab in the
Michigan
pocket
has
to really count this quick. Yeah.
Kiriko dies with kits. I don't know where that Kiriko died in that fight, but that is not something you really want to be dying with ults.
I was particularly surprised there to see that we were able to win that last fight, that last team fight before the staggering fight, without using grab. It was solely due to that blade, getting those 3 picks early into the fight. We didn't even need to use the grab, despite them using grab earlier than us, which was pretty impressive. Again, same thing as last map, just able to
And
win
it
based on
seems as
ults.
though our Kiriko is able to get a little bit more value right now just with poke, and that just aligns with the fact that having this Lucio stack with both the flex DPS, it's really good, but your Kiriko should be having more survivability, but it is forcing out the kits. I mean, not the kits, the Suzu, the TP, which is never a really good thing. If you're on Kiriko, it's your only survivability. She's got a lot of it, but the poke coming out from KU Swirlhawk is going to be a little bit more dangerous.
Well, at that, yeah, and the
And so it's interesting to see. I'm more interested to see our Tracer. I want to kind of see how Ashton is positioning as compared to Bucket Clutch.
Right,
Is
we
that
saw-
a Minecraft reference?
It's
That's
gotta be a
really-
Minecraft
That's
reference,
a
I think it
really
is.
great name. I really like that name.
So for Michigan, we saw Bucket Clutch starting off on this top left high ground. Looks like we're going to be doing the same thing
Yep,
with our
we are.
Genji here. Just going to look to capitalize it. Whoever walks in first, and it gives Michigan one more problem to solve. How do we clear the flex DPS off of this high ground here?
We aren't seeing us support them, but we are seeing them start off on the Widow, just like we saw Ashton do last fight, and then taking a shot and switching. Expecting them to come back out on the Genji. Yep.
Here's the Tracer
There's the
1v1. We'll
swap.
see how this ends up. We're leaving high ground early, just giving it, applying this frontline pressure. We're going to say Tracer doesn't really matter all that much right now. Maybe later in the fight she becomes more of a threat. Genji's getting poked out. Dash gets forced early, and this Genji gets low. Not able to engage quite yet. Zarya wants to walk here.
I don't know where Fake Alfie died.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But
Yeah,
both
this is just a
DPS go
cleanup.
down.
See, this is what I was talking about now. This Kiriko, since we're playing more as a group, this Kiriko's allowed to get more poke out of their character.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
This should just be a cleanup. I don't, honestly.
There's a potential retake here. It
Yeah,
depends
this
on the
is
resources that we have to spend on this. We are pretty close to a pulse. If we get a touch here, we might get it late into the fight. We are
Since
touching.
we are touching.
An 80 on pulse. See how this ends up. Sorry, it's half the HP, and they're backing up, making a lot of space here. Kansas
Ashton
is.
gets a pick on the Genji.
Yep.
Their Zarya's low.
Recall force.
Recall's force.
And it looks like they're backing up. They're satisfied with their 2 ticks. They're going to re-engage with their full team next
Nice.
team fight.
Early pick on this Zarya. I'm not
Very
early
well
pick,
played for
but
Kansas.
late pick. So it's pretty a nice stagger.
We waited for the bubble. We let the Tracer touch first, and then we just slowly re-engaged. It was a very good team fight from Kansas.
Very good comms coming out from University of Kansas. Obviously, we can't hear it, but we do know that that's most likely a
Well, you
common
know
thing.
that this is a. I mean, if you're in Kansas's shoes, that's a scenario where a lot of teams just panic.
Yep. We panic ult, panic just walk in, but
Yep.
they play that really cool to collected.
Okay, even
Mirroring gets here,
mirroring
mirroring grab,
grabs.
but
Here
they
comes
have
the-
beat, which is ultimately.
Yep.
Oh!
Wu Yang ult
Wait,
solves that pretty quickly.
Nope. Our Tracer Bomb gets 2 with that.
There's recall force. This is a 1v2 situation. Never mind. No.
Wow.
Now it's a 2v1.
Wow.
Turned really
I
quickly
don't know
for Kansas.
how our Tracer got so much value off this Pulse Bomb.
It's because of the grab, I assume.
Well, I know, but they had beat.
Yeah,
down.
the Wu Yang ult applied a lot of that damage as well.
Yeah. Wow, that was really, really impressive for
A lot of burst,
He-
but again, a lot of ults spent.
Yep, so
right?
Michigan only has their Pulse Bomb to come back with this, and it looks like they're just dying pre-fight right
They
now.
are. Both Genji's building blade the exact same right here. So we're going to see if Fake Alfie can get another huge blade. See if he can get more value like he
Yeah,
did in
and
that last
again,
round.
we're going to see the blade having really no interference besides maybe a boop, maybe a Suzu, but
Maybe a boop
there's
and a
no beat online, so this beat should, I mean,
Here it comes.
Yep, here we go.
It's early pre-fight.
It's
Oh,
really
the
early.
dash gets a little bit.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And he's just not in range to get these slashes off. They do pick the Genji, but I saw that dash went into the corner of the wall
Yep.
just barely, and it meant he couldn't close the distance in time.
So,
It's all right. One pick is almost sometimes it's worth it to
Yeah.
pop a blade for one pick.
yeah.
It's a valuable ultimate, but
See if their Genji's able to get a little bit more value. Again, same
wow.
idea
Ooh, there
with
goes
wow,
the
that
Lucio.
Lucio just
And the blade comes out, but it's after the Lucio's down, and the
And
blade's
the-
going to go
yeah.
down too. Yeah, wow. That early Lucio pick, I'm surprised they chose to keep playing for this team fight. It might be the last one they get. 30 seconds on the clock.
well,
People are still respawning.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. You got to
It's really tough.
engage really
We're
quick.
seeing our Zarya build grab faster because they're not being able to push through this chokehold. Both support cooldowns though do come out for Kansas, so this
There's
is
a
going
lot
to be
of
really
space we're
interesting. This is
giving.
yep.
Oh, wow.
See, we saw both support util come out to help against this Tracer. It really didn't need to happen, and we watched the collapse on the Zarya.
Yeah.
That is ultimately what lost them that fight. It's really interesting that they were able to apply that fight that drive.
Yeah,
Really good.
well played by Michigan
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that was
Well played by their Tracer.
Yes.
Again, we're just seeing this Tracer pressure. And that's just, you know, a matter of trusting your support that you're playing with to be able to keep you alive, but yep. And again, we're seeing our Wu Yang pick the triple orb, assuming that is, again, because of the Tracer that is giving
Yep.
them some issues.
Yeah, typically you see Wu Yang's picking the double wave where you cast the wave and then it rewinds in time and so you can get 2 picks with it. But here comes the Kitsune. Backing around the corner, but we can't. The grab comes out. The Wu Yang ult to save our Zarya, but we're disengaging with it. This is still very scary if you're Kansas.
Yep, re-engage back with this.
It's not a great grab though, it's
Causes
around a
beat.
corner.
Forces beat and we kits back in.
Yeah, this is a strong fight for Kansas to win here. A very important fight for Kansas to win.
Yep. We don't want to spend this many ults and not get really any picks.
Yep, pulse bomb comes out.
Pulse comes out from Michigan.
From Bucket Clutch. Wasn't able to find anybody with that pulse bomb.
Swirlhawk gets a lot of value. See, this is what we're saying. We want
Poke.
this Kiriko to be able to poke.
Oh, yeah.
And while this Michigan Kiriko has been able to poke a little bit more because we're not playing as grouped on defense, it's a little bit different.
All right. What else are we looking at here? Just the pulse bomb from Ashton here. It's going to be a relatively dry fight. We'll see if the blade comes out late in the fight for both teams on the same ult cycle with
Yep.
the blades again. See if it turns out any differently this time around.
She's just getting a little. Oh, that's
It's an early pick on our Tracer.
Oh!
Unfortunately, the Wu Yang picked it.
Michigan swapped to Wu Yang. Didn't even catch that. So again, we're seeing Wing so good into the Tracer comp.
Tracer. So they might have thought,
Yep.
hey, we're struggling with this Tracer a little bit. Maybe we need the Wu Yang to help poke
Just
her out.
extra poke.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're running mirror comps.
This is a full comp mirror. Very interesting to see how this plays out. Both blades are online, at least Altraxia's will be very shortly. Looks like Toby-Wan has the faster grab than my dog died here. If they grab really early into the fight, it could be their win condition to cap this point. Here comes the
Blade
fake
comes
Alfie
out.
blade. Oh, both blades are out. We're getting the
We're
Suzu
just
out.
stacking onto the Zarya.
Neither blade gets a pick. Very
but
interesting.
Ashton gets 2 there.
Ashton does capitalize there, protecting his supports really well.
Yep.
You saw him peel as soon as he heard the blade. And here comes the grab.
Here
There
comes
is that
Greg
grab.
pushing
It's
it.
maybe a little bit too late. They don't have a whole ton of
Wuying
time
comes-
here.
I'm honestly impressed that this Wuying had this ult in time. That was a really impressive build.
Yep, and here's the
Comes
Kansas
out.
Kitsune. This is just clean up at this point. They don't even have a touch. And that is a map 2 win from Kansas.
And that is
Very
GG's.
good stuff. Very, very, very good stuff. Yeah, that grab was just a little bit mistimed. The fight was already lost as soon as Ashton found those picks.
I wonder if this will be
Early
the.
in the fight.
Hopefully this is first. Yes, I want to see how he got so much. He cut on the end
Very
of the
tail
beat.
end of the beat. And just clean up here. Very good. Yeah.
Play the game.
Yep. Pulse bomb into the grab.
Yeah, it's really
That's
good.
a lot of burst.
That's a lot.
How do you live through that if you don't have a Suzu or a beat or anything to
Yeah.
save you? You don't.
I wonder if their Kiri got their Suzu forced out, because with beat and Suzu, technically that is just a completely livable situation for Michigan. But
Right.
again, there's our Tracer pressuring their Kiriko forcing cooldowns, which is what you want to be doing.
In a panic scenario like that, it's hard to calm like, okay, I'll Suzu first, then you beat. Or,
Yep.
okay, Suzu my beat so I don't get Ajaxed, right?
Yeah.
And lose the beat ability. So,
Yep.
all right. Good fight win there for Kansas. Good map win.
Yep.
And all
That's
right.
the end of
See you later,
this
folks.
list.
All right, folks, we're back to let you know that there is another LAN qualifier match coming up shortly at 8 o'clock. Kansas does take that best of 3 series. Pretty clean sweep. We're not sure who we'll be facing quite yet. I'm not sure if they finished their qualifying match yet, but we are headed to a winner's bracket match shortly.
It's projected to be at 8 p.m. We'll see if that's really abided by, but
Yep.
yeah.
All right, very clean showing from Kansas.
Yep.
Excited to see it. All right, folks. All right, folks, welcome back to some more Varsity Overwatch. We've got our second match in the series here
Yep.
against CSU, Cleveland State.
Yep. Not Colorado State.
Not Colorado State.
The Cleveland State Vikings.
Cleveland State Vikings, yep. All right. So this is another best of 3 for the same Swiss qualifiers. Just to find out where we're seated in this larger LAN, they got to have some rounds of qualifiers. So this should be round 4 now, right?
Yep.
Round 4 of Swiss seeding. All right, and it looks like we're going to be getting into game here pretty shortly, guys.
Yep.
Get back to you. All right, so we did get those ban notifications through. It ended up with Kansas banning ball. And what was the CSU ban? Let's look through that. Looks like
Genji.
the Genji came out as well. So again, can't ban from the same pool, the same role. So the ball ban from Kansas and the Genji ban from Cleveland.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see what these picks are at the start of the match.
We are on Ilios.
Expecting the Kansas
Ilios
to run.
Lighthouse.
Oh, interesting to see the Pharah. Oh no! If they I was gonna say, if they say if Cleveland stays on this Malga Symmetra, there's a pretty punishing pretty punishing strat they could do, but it doesn't look like that's what is gonna really happen. Interesting to see the Pharah pick, but Pharah's really good on Ilios, so yeah, we'll see what we get into this pretty just, you know, average comp.
We're going to TP out of spawn here. See if either team stays on the Symmetra. Neither team stays on the Symmetra. Both go to Tracer. Yep. Go the Freya for Cleveland and the Pharah for Kansas.
I believe this Freya
Taking
is
high
going to
ground very
force our Pharah off the... Oh, maybe not.
Ooh, Freya goes down quick, and there's
super early Suzu.
Maybe caught out here.
Kiriko.
Our own Suzu gets forced here. Looks like the Tracer's fighting the Kiriko at the back of the point, and the Kiriko gets the pick on the Tracer! TP's out of there real quick. This is a very even fight right now. See if Fake Alchemy can get a little bit of damage with this Hazard. He's getting poked out right now.
Really low. Only has Lucio to sustain.
And the Wu Yang is 1 HP, but gets the pick on the Tracer. Just barely, and they've got to leave now. Lucio's going speed out, speed out, speed out, speed out. There they go. They're going to reset for this next fight here.
Yep.
In terms of ults, looks like we've got the Wu Yang ult coming out first. That's pretty typical. Wu Yang ult charges very, very, very fast.
Yeah, but
and
this is
early
an
on the
early
CSU.
Suzu forced. This Freya is just picking some positioning that's not enabling her team that well. And both the DPS go down.
Yep.
Wow, this will just be a cleanup from Kansas.
Yeah, no longer a fight for CSU. You just, at this point, you either got to get out or die as quick as you can.
I don't know what forced them into that corner, but if anything, the kite should have been back.
This Freya, if you're this Freya, you got to recalibrate. Think about why am I not getting so much uptime? Why am I getting picked so early?
And we can see that just 2 early picks is really affecting their ult charge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, here's the early dive again from the monkey.
I think
Freya's
that was
looking
Suzu
to
forced
support.
out yet again, but it's not really going to matter. There's a kind of a soft dive.
Oh, we're back on this high ground, just pressuring it a lot, gets booped off, and taking control of the Lighthouse high ground. This is a very interesting split. The Freya is looking to poke out the monkey. He's kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place right now, waiting for the Wu Yang ult. Here it is. See if he goes to point with it. He does. Gets Suzu by the Kiriko. Excellent timing. That's really, really good stuff from CSU. And this is not a winnable fight for Kansas, I think. Hazard ult comes out anyways, even though I think the fight was already won. Gets blocked.
Oh!
Oh no!
Gets not canceled.
Wait,
this is a very
usage from CSU here.
winnable fight for Kansas now.
Yep. Recall gets forced. See if this Hazard lives very long. He will not. He will fall. And the Freya is last alive with the Tracer on the off angle here.
Yeah, that was just like a little bit of a... It seemed to us to be a miscommunication from Cleveland. They had pretty... They hadn't won the fight, but I mean, they could have regrouped a little bit, stabilized, and then made some ults, but
Doomfist swap coming out
it
here.
was almost, to me, seemed like a little bit of a panic ult from the Kiriko.
Same with the Hazard. It seemed like they weren't quite staged yet for that Hazard ult. It's really important to be in a position where you can capitalize on those that get trapped in the ult. We got Pharah at the back of point here, putting pressure on this Tracer to leave. Tracer does end up leaving. We'll see who CSU chooses to touch here.
Swap to the BAP.
Primal comes out, Freya ult comes out, gets 2! Freya ult finds both of the back line. Wow! That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a ton of value from that Freya ult that took a little while to come up, what with the little bit of staggering early on in this game. And is the monkey going to get staggered here? Struggling to stay alive. He is! That is a really, really late death from My Dog Died. Unfortunately, that's going to put them not a lovely spot to start this fight here. See if we can match it with another
We
pick
did
of
see
our own.
CSU swap to the BAP here.
Yep, oh, the Pharah ult comes out, but Doofus is blocked for it, and they beat for it.
Beat.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going to come from that.
Honestly, I don't think that this is a good beat here.
No, I don't either.
I don't think this is a good beat. This is going to enable... I guess we have no one to really enable, so I guess maybe it's worth
If you're
using it
Pharah,
for.
that's all you get from that ult really is, well, I guess I forced beat out early into this last few fights here. 2 more team fights. No Primal here, but we do have a Wu Yang and a Kit, so we're interested to see how Kansas engages here with those 2 support ults.
Now this Winston's going to live rent-free in their backline.
Here
Kits
comes the Kits
comes
early.
out. Immort forced.
There's the Wu Yang to keep him alive through that window, and the Bola comes out. Bola shot does hit, but doesn't do enough damage to finish off the Winston. Suzu comes out to
Early.
block.
Okay. And this Tracer should fall if we chase this.
Yep.
Nice. Wow, that's really good mechanics from Asher.
That is point capped. Doomfist will not get that last touch. Not that it would have mattered. That team fight was already won, and we know that those overtime spawns are ages. I mean, what, 15 seconds? It's a real pain to try and maintain point control after
And
you've
yet
already
again, we're
lost the
seeing
fight.
our Wu Yang pick triple orb for the Tracer.
Okay, interesting here. Both of the CSU supports are beating out our supports in damage here. But it does look like the Kiriko is not maybe supporting their tank enough on their engages. I'm not really sure what's going wrong with their Kiriko. We saw the Kiriko get picked a couple of times first in the fight, but I don't think that's the main problem here. Something else is going on here that's not letting them get
a whole
get a
lot
ton
of value, yeah.
Mahuki goes to the Baptiste, so we got a Bap Lucio coming out for CSU. TP out of spawn, swaps back to the Tracer. Both teams are back on the Tracer.
Yep.
This Tracer duel is so entertaining. All right.
I'm staying on the Pharah.
I love the Tracer duel, man. I think the Tracer duel is one of the most.
And we
like,
are seeing they're
high-skill
off the
duels.
Freya, they're onto the Reaper. This is more of like the comp that we've been seeing tonight. However, this
Wow.
Reaper just TP's in, no Wraith,
No Wraith
and
form.
no bubble from their Zarya. That just, again, is another thing it has to be communicated. The reason why Reaper Zarya comps are so good right now is because you bubble your Reaper to engage, and they have so much survivability, but that just did not happen there, which then, I mean, allows the collapse from Kansas.
Absolutely. Tracer up on the high ground here, just trying to poke this Bap out, not let him take this for free. Look at that!
Gosh, I mean, he might even get the pick.
Yeah, we'll see. He's building Pulse Bomb as well. Relatively quickly, almost double the ult charge of the Tracer here. See one bubble come out for CSU. Both bubbles are out for CSU, and the Zarya's engaging, but the
Pharah's
Pharah's
a little bit of
gets so much damage on this Zarya.
Yeah.
Zarya gets the Mega.
And CSU kind of walked out without their backline, and we saw both of them struggle for that as well.
Without their backline
can't
and without their
yeah,
bubbles.
they had no bubbles. There's no really livability there. And again, Ashton secures the Tracer duel. This Reaper should fall. It's just stalling point at this point, but nothing to really stall for. Because they're not capped. They're just dying on.
Staggering just a little bit. That's okay.
Watch him far die, but another Kiriko's getting really adventurous here. It has to get TP force and
Okay.
I thought we were gonna.
I thought we were going to get that
Still
pick
up there.
as well. Pulse
Oh.
Bomb, unfortunately, does not connect with Zarya. She had a bubble anyways, and they had Suzu to save it just in case. Suzu does get forced out, so now a little bit of a cooldown issue. They're going to wait for the cooldowns to come back here before they engage.
And we're just seeing our.
Reaper won't. Reaper's going to go in anyways. There's the bubble.
Gonna be excited to see.
They are. Oh, man, yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
they're really poking out that monkey. And I was going to say that they're slow on beat. Lucio's fallen first a couple of times here.
They're
but
also slow on their kits.
They
You
are
saw
slow
them
on their kits.
get off of what are they playing? BAP?
Bap, yes. Yep. So support ults might win this game for Kansas here. We'll see. Will the Pharah die to this Tracer here? Tracer's getting super aggressive in the spawn. Does find the Pharah and the recall coming out from Ashton. See if they'll have a little Tracer doing here.
Kits
Tracer
in
looks
here.
for the Pulse Bomb on the Cynics. Wu Yang doesn't find it. Wu Yang ult is Ajax. Unfortunately, does not come out in time. No, it did come out
Yeah,
in
it did
time.
come
Who
out.
was it on?
Yeah, I think it was on the monkey, or it was on
It's not on
Self.
the monkey. I think
Not
it was
too
on
sure.
the Kiriko. Kiriko's the only other person in that grab there. The Kitsune was used as well, so no support ults for Kansas here. But again, CSU slow on their ults. They're just now building their first.
Yeah, there's
support
just
ults.
no mirror kits there, and it was a pretty good grab by Lee. But I mean, playing that into, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was a good grab. Just KU had a little bit more sustainability there with the Weeing ult. And it'll be interesting to see. I honestly, if I was CSU, my fight plan might have been grab with some sort of Reaper in the back. But again, what you're saying, just very slow on their ults. But we are
Kits
seeing
comes
a
out.
pretty good map flip from CSU here with the kits.
It is. Okay, both support
But
ults
both
come out.
supports get burned. I'm not really sure
And the
what
Pharah
the beat was
ult
for.
was used, but unfortunately does not get any value. He goes down fairly quickly. Both bubbles are used on the retreat here. It looks like my dog died. He's just taking so much space in their backline right now. This Zarya is not in the fight. Yeah.
It is a
It is a
flip
win.
for CSU. Not too sure what this beat was for. I think CSU could have won that with just kits. We never really like to see double stacking support ults because if you look at Kansas, we now have a better ult lineup.
Very interested
Yeah.
to see you. That Zarya played really far forward. We saw that early map flip, and she stayed up, just putting a lot of pressure on our supports to even be able to walk and help our team.
Kansas needs to be really wary of this Reaper ult coming up.
We have his pulse here. We'll see if he'll use it on this Lucio. There's the Zarya bubble. Reaper ult finds the Zarya. And again, like we were talking about, we could swap to the Zarya. I don't know if did we already mention that? Nope. Okay, we did something.
Not
This is our
really.
first fight. This is our first fight on Zarya. It is now mirror Zarya. The only difference in the team comp is the Pharah
I
and
think Kansas has touch.
Pharah and the Reaper. We
There,
did not
no.
get the touch. Nope.
Second map goes to CSU. They did have a little bit of some.
I think it's too late to rely on momentum there. You've gotta probably stay on the monkey. Going on Zarya there, just so late into the game without a reliable touch.
Look at their Muhiki on the Kiriko. I mean, just getting insane value for poke. Again,
Outpacing our Wu Yang
yeah,
in poke. That's not very common.
Casters, we're not really seeing too much where this is going on. Honestly, I think that the Pharah is not getting as much value as it had on the first map.
Yeah.
There's not really a target to pick if you're playing against a Tracer or a Reaper who's going to be diving your backline, so it's interesting to see that we're staying on this, but
I'm not sure I agree with the Pharah pick this late in the game. It's not really been so
I just hasn't,
strong.
it just is not finding the most picks that we would want to be seeing.
All right, so the call out here early in this Ilios Well match is take Cage. If you don't know what Cage is this left side of point here. It's very, very strong because you get sort of this little bunkered area to play out of for free if you can take it early. The fight is taking place outside of point here, though. It looks like the CSU already has a lot of space, but Mahuki falls to the Reaper.
Trying to their life
Reaper
for
now.
the Pharah.
Good with one bubble. Not a whole lot of space for my dog guy to play. Ashen attempting to make a little bit of space here, but they've got no bubbles, and the Wraith gets forced. Let's see if we can get a little bit more charge for our Zarya with the bubble engage here. Oh, Zarya,
wow, this is a really insane wrap.
But it doesn't matter. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
no value. Tried to play with their Tracer there, but didn't work out quite as they expected, I think.
Oh,
Oh!
booped. Wow, that's crazy.
Environmental kill, man. If you're Lucio, this is your favorite map to
Yeah.
play.
And I guess
get the boobs.
Fake Alfie's actually finding a lot more value on Pharah here. I guess this, in all, like, truth, this is definitely the best Pharah map in this series.
Yes,
So
certainly. More than Lighthouse, more than Ruins. This is definitely the best Pharah map, and they don't really have a whole lot for it.
Yeah.
Now you're running a hit scan, of course. They're just running the Reaper Tracer. Making space early here with the Reaper. Look at these Reapers just duking it out with all the bubbles. Grab comes out first. Kit's in the bubble.
Ow.
It might not be enough. Is it enough to keep my Dog Knight alive? He's rotating through the cage here, back to his safe spot.
He has
Gets
to
the
stay in
Wu Yang
LOS
ult.
of
No bubbles
the
here.
Kiriko.
See if he gets the Zarya on the ground, potentially, and knock the Zarya on the ground there. Doesn't matter. Zarya has bubbles now to re-engage.
Yeah, but we have a re-engage with Grab if this is a winnable fight. I mean, Suzu gets
There's beat to
out.
engage
There's
here.
beat.
Now they're playing for point. The Grab comes out a little bit early, I would say. I don't know if the teammates are able to engage. If they find that Zarya, the fight is over, though. There it is. All right, so it looks like the Tracer pulls bump. Can't turn the fight.
Wow.
Very, very, very scary, though. Nearly took out our
Yeah.
Zarya, and then it would have been an even fight. But yeah, Kansas does have a flip.
I will say CSU is doing a really great job of using Cage to their advantage. We've seen them use it to flip map and really just kind of scramble up KU. KU is adapting well, but it's been really impressive showing right now
Yeah.
as they're fight planning. And a Reaper ult into the...
In the Kitsune, really dangerous to use that. Not advised.
Yeah, but it does turn fight just because it gets so much damage out.
Yeah.
We do see KU get value out of it.
It's a perfectly valid counter if you've got a bubble, so you can survive.
And maybe that was just a comm issue. Maybe we thought that we had bubble.
Eventually.
But we're going to see Fake Alfie setting up for a barrage here.
Probably
CSU
on the
really
Zarya, right when
only
they walk
has their Reaper ult to play with here. Tracer for touch. We'll be able to... Interesting to see what goes on.
Over
really
the top,
gonna be
off top
the-
left side, they're playing
Oh,
sort of
wow.
out of cage here.
Wuyan gets picked
Here comes
really
the Pharah
early
ult,
fight.
potentially. There it is. Does it find the Zarya? It does find the Zarya.
But it
Captain
does
Junior
not
gets so much
matter.
value. Yeah.
It does not matter. Wow.
Like Sorlock was
I mean,
attempted
it was
to-
really interesting. I'd be interested to see how our Wuyan died there, but they died really early pre-fight.
Nice little cleanup there with that Reaper ult for sure. Let's look at our ult economy right now. Faster on grab. CSU's faster on grab. Building a
Just
pulse bomb
bolt coming
fairly
out from
quickly.
our Wuyan.
The triple orbs, again, we've seen this all day today. Both series taking that triple orb perk just to apply a lot of pressure to the Tracer, who might feel a little bit more threatened. to
Just
engage
really
in the game.
easy to be able to shoot out your corners.
All right, we are 100% charged grab here. Comes out immediately. Just
And
a really,
again,
really
we
early
see
grab
the
to
wrap
spike really
again
quickly.
from the Zarya right through that. I don't know what that area is called, to be honest. I just call it med pack room.
Yeah, it's the room with the med pack in it to the left. Usually a very strong flex DPS angle to play
Look
from.
at this Wuyan
Strong
just
off
right
angle. but
Right.
you don't often see Zarya walk through there. It's good though. It's really good.
If
Caught,
you're
caught
100
him off
charge,
guard.
though, I mean,
Of
you have
course.
pulse, you have a better angle, good grab. You see a really aggressive grab from CSU here. I'm not
Kitsune,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Kids.
Yeah,
I'm not
Kids-
sure if I really agree with it, but it's really, really applying a lot of pressure
They're panicking a little bit here.
Yep.
Kansas seems to be. What do we have to answer for this? We're going to have to touch eventually. 15% left to go on this point. Looks like Kansas definitely has a touch here.
I think that Kids is really good if they find a pick,
I
but this
agree.
is going to allow
The sustain
Kansas to
Kansas is really
have the, wow.
Reaper comes out
Reaper
early.
goes
Here
out
comes the
early.
grab
Here
from
comes
Zarya.
Grab.
See what
Zarya
finds.
goes down.
Both supports in
Both
it.
supports. Grab.
Zarya melts
Yeah.
through, even through beat right there. Looks like this might be a Helios map win. Reaper just stalling for time. Anybody else have touch? They're saying who has touch, who has touch. Does Tracer get there in time? No, has to
No,
recall.
has to recall. Wow. Really, really competitive match.
Yeah, that was a very competitive match. Got a little dicey at points when that Zarya almost fell to the pulse bomb.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I'm seeing their Kiriko at an astounding amount of damage right now.
Almost as much.
And we're about
No,
to see their play of the game.
more damage than their Tracer.
Yep.
This Kiriko just putting so much poke into the Kansas team. Shuts down the Pharah ult. That's what we were talking about early into this map here.
Just seeing a really, really
Finds the
aggressive.
Kiriko. Wow.
Great showing.
Good accuracy with the kunai knives there.
Yep.
Good poke coming out from the Kiriko, matching and even beating
Their Tracer.
the Tracer and our Wu Yang,
Yeah.
which is not common, especially with the triple orbs. You see a lot of Wu Yang poke, but
Yep.
all right, folks,
We'll
we're going to
see you
be
guys in the next
getting
match.
into our second map here very shortly.
Map.
We'll come back to you with some bands. All right, folks, heading into our second game of this series here. We've got the CSU Vikings against the Kansas Jayhawks. We did take map 1. You want to talk about these bans, Maddie?
Yep. So CSU is coming out with the Zarya ban. We're banning the Lucio. I'm assuming that's because we want to force them off speed. Again, like we talked about last game when we were versing University of Michigan, it'll be interesting to see if CSU decides to play the Juno character for speed. We like to see that on Flashpoint maps, but ultimately it'll just be down to see who they pick. It's a little bit late. My words are not coming out of my brain the way that I want them to. So it'll be interesting to see what these bans are. So Ross is fun. I like that we're playing a Flashpoint map instead of hybrid. It's a lot better.
Do you mean comps? Talking about team comps? You might have said, you might have spoke, but yeah.
No,
team
I'm
comps.
glad that we're playing Flashpoint instead of hybrid.
Well, yeah, me too. But I think you said that there might be we're waiting on bans, but we got bans. We're waiting to see comps here.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have a ball comp. This is a bit unusual for Kansas. We do not see My Dog Died on the ball, rarely ever.
We're seeing just a
I'm not sure I've even seen them practice this comp before. But it is strong on the Servasa point. On the Hazard. So very similar comps here. Difference is Hazard and Ball. Then we, of course, have the Freya as opposed to the Genji for Kansas. Genji for Fake Alfie, of course, just being a little bit of a comfort pick. Ball looking for a little bit of slam value here.
They're just really pressuring the Wing, not letting him really do much.
Yeah, there's a lot of separation right now between the back line and the front line for Cleveland. Doesn't matter. We're going to capitalize. Both DPS fall early. Ball's going to try to live here. That's one of the most frustrating things about Ball. He does go down. Is sometimes you see a Ball just poof and
just needs to die
poof
here.
out of existence and live in situations where you.
Wow, their hazard's already 62% on their ult. And we do see the Orisa swap.
Okay, both tanks do swap, and we saw Ashen going off of the Tracer and onto the Cassidy.
And
Wow,
just
picked
getting
so early by that Freya poke.
early.
The Freya poke is so oppressive. Just those little
Wow.
bola, whatever they are, the right-click shots that get stuck in you and you just sort of disappear.
Yep. Just nothing. I mean, they just have a really, really oppressive poke right now. It looks like
they're going to back up a little bit. They don't have very many cooldowns left to use. They used Wave. They used Recall. They used Suzu. There's the wall. Bola gets eaten. What a...
really interesting bola.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would look at a
into the
spinning
spinning Orisa.
Not sure I would look at that and throw my bola, but maybe he was aiming for something behind him. All right, the downpour does come out from Hazard. I don't know if it's found anybody here. It's not enough. Clearly, Hazard does fall. Maybe they were looking to engage with it and just weren't able to.
I don't think they were able to in the first place. Both their really nice spear from My Dog Died.
And he does get a different wave spawn, so they're waiting for their Wu Yang here. They're looking at both support ults and a pulse bomb. See if they'll use the pulse bomb or the Kiriko ult first. Sometimes you see a pulse bomb to engage, get an early pick. Sometimes you see the Tracer or the Kiriko ult coming out first. For Kansas, both support ults as well. We're looking really, really close to an Orisa ult here. Pretty impressively.
Yep. It looks
pretty
like
fast.
CSU's trying to go back around and take this kind of other side of point. We do see a Kits coming out.
Wu Yang
Wu Yang ult
match,
coming out as
maybe?
well. I don't
agree with that Wu Yang ult. Unfortunately, it doesn't find very much value at all.
Yeah,
in
but
the
this
Kitsune.
Hazard is just absolutely cut off from his entire team.
Way
We
too
see
far
this
in.
Wu Yang ult going out,
Both teams have no Wu Yang ults
and
left.
this Tracer just recalls right into our Orisas.
She lives though.
Crosshair.
She lives and she gets out.
Wu Yang's one, it'll be interesting to see if the Tracer can clean this up, and
Looks
they
like
do.
they're marking her, trying to find it. They're going to find the Freya as well, and that, unfortunately, is the .1 for Kansas. Not unfortunately. Unfortunately for CSU. Fortunate if you're us. These Flashpoint maps, you get it to about 75%.
Yeah, this
you
Tracer
can have a
definitely has
team
touch,
fight.
though. We're going to have to watch our Tracer kind of...
No, she's not going to touch it. Yeah. Too much pressure from our Tracer to get to the point safely. There's no more team fights to be had on this point. Both teams are going to end up pathing to the second objective here.
Well, looks like KU's going to get the better pathing.
Yeah, looks like.
Freya goes down really great pick from Swirlhawk.
Okay, they're
Finding a lot
pressuring
of
out
value.
this top room is a little bit dangerous because if you path to point, as in walk to point from this room, it gets a little scary. There's a big choke point right there where you can get pretty
Pretty murked, especially with an Orisa ult.
Yep. pretty dangerous spot to play, and they're still going to play through it. Maybe they're going to path a different way.
But
Oh, the
Pulse
hazard
Bomb
engages
here
from
is-
here. Pulse Bomb is really good here. Let's see if we'll use it on this Wu Yang, who has no more movement. Don't even need it.
Blade comes out from our
Blade comes out just to
Genji.
secure the fight win, probably.
What I'm seeing a lot with this hazard is he's just really diving in there without a care for what his team is doing. I mean,
like
as
there's
we
a little
see
bit of
here,
miscommunication going on.
he's
Look
so
how-
cut from his team that there's just no support. You know that your Wu Yang's died pre-fight. It's kind of a lost fight, so it's just trying to find a pick, but really how useful is a pick going to be if you're down to
Right.
support?
Well, and also, how useful is a pick is how
And you don't
useful
have
can a
kits.
pick possibly be when, as a tank player, one of the most dangerous situations you can possibly put yourself in is when the enemy team is between you and your back line.
Support, yep.
So what good is a pick going to do when you're already doomed? You've already sentenced yourself to death.
Interesting.
Still
to
pathing through this top area. I think this is a mistake. I don't believe that this is the correct call here.
Yeah, we have Orisa ult, Pulse. I'm wondering if we're going to combo these. It'll be interesting to see. And again, we're seeing this hazard go really
Here
far
comes the
deep.
downpour. Does not find a target, unfortunately, for CSU. Bola comes out on the Swirlhawk. Swirlhawk
And
goes
again,
down.
we're seeing this hazard cut from all of his supports.
Yep, he is. He's just too far in. And we'll see if my dog can fight up. He already found that pick on the hazard. Will he get another? Tracer putting in so much pressure here. Orisa ult comes out.
I don't know
Might have
how
been to
this Wu
live.
Yang didn't die.
I'm not sure either. That Wu Yang movement.
Cynic's just really staying alive, and that's just really the beauty of the character. It's
That's
just a
that
lot
champ
of
level
survival.
Wu Yang play from Cynics. Champ level player. Impressive plays coming out from him, of course.
Oh my god. Okay, Leo, let's glaze the Wu Yang a little bit more.
All right. You know I'm a fan of the Cynics Wu Yang. It's always fun to see, as a junior varsity player, the varsity players be, what, top 50 now on the Wu Yang character, almost exclusively. Really impressive, competitive
And there
player.
we see it. First pick.
Who goes
This
down
basically gives Cleveland no ability to fight this whatsoever. We see both of our supports really getting a ton of value. I don't agree with the Ramatra pick here.
Maybe they're yelling at their hazard saying, you're just too far all the
Yeah.
time, and
I
he
think
can't
they
help
kind
it.
of just want to play a little bit brawlier than this dive. It wasn't really working for them. Just, I think, lack of team synergy. Maybe unbeknownst to us, this CSU team, it's a new varsity team. They haven't played together, so the dive
Look at this
comps
pathing.
takes really
Tapping around
just-
the point, back to the
yeah,
main area.
we're going on main objective. CSU really likes to play Saravasa on angles that,
Unconventional pathing, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
and it is like it
Look
is
at
their
this
whole
full
flipping
round.
map. So the
This is not very useful.
issue with this though is you're playing the mirror side. There's
Yeah.
nothing they're getting value out of here. We're seeing their
This is not
Ramatra
a very
walk
strong
with their
Kitsune.
their entire backline right here, and this is just not
Oh,
worthy.
it actually is. It turns out being good because, again, we just see that Ramatra overextend. We find 2 picks, 3 picks. Look at Ramatra fighting all by himself.
Yeah.
He goes, where did the team fight take place? I wasn't a participant, unfortunately.
No,
Did
I
the
mean
same
we're
mistake
just
once again.
Yeah, and the thing with Cleveland, I honestly enjoy seeing Servasa played in a different way. I like the unconventional angles, but it is wasting so much time.
Is, again,
this
if they
is
path
so
this
much
way
time.
again, they might not even get a touch here.
I think their Tracer will stay here for
playing
touch.
for main, playing the same angle. Oh, no. They're playing the regular way. All right.
Yeah.
See if the
Tracer
Tracer's going to
is
get this touch here.
getting a little Tracer
They are
duel.
going to engage. They don't have any ults to spend except for Pulse Bomb, so Pulse Bomb
Tracer
has to find a
does
pick here to get
touch.
value. And the Wu Yang blade, so threatening. Will he escape? No, he will fall to the blade. Teamfight is even right now.
We do need to see a support.
We might see a quick wrap up to this series if my dog can find this. He has gold to survive the Pulse Bomb, and Ramatra is lost on
form.
point. No cooldowns left for Ramatra. He's just going to get burned.
Now there
Slowly,
is
slowly.
only my dog died here to fight this. Swirlhawk did die pretty early pre-fight
Oh, I
to the
didn't see
Tracer, and that's what caused Kansas to lose this fight. Now we do have Ramatra Kiriko ult coming up on Cleveland, and only Orisa ult for Kansas. So
All right, we will see if
we're gonna want them to try and maybe poke out this Kiri ult, maybe get them to Kiri ult down this main here, so we can fully back.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see. They're also coming up on the Sojourn ult. Didn't even realize they swapped to Sojourn.
How are we going to use this Kitsune? Are we going to Kits onto point to secure a team fight here? They're going to have to win 2 team fights, only at 40% here.
We
Kits
see
ends up
their
on
Kits
high
coming
ground.
out.
Huge
Really
Orisa ult right
huge
there.
Orisa ult.
Tons of value, not able to...
And that must have been the fight plan going in. If they Kiri ult, I'm just going to sit there with my big bongo stick and let it do its work.
I'm not sure that's in the game anymore. But wow, that was a quick wrap to that
Bongo
series.
spinner.
Bongo spinner. A 3-0 Suravasa for Kansas. Very impressive showing. Another 2-0 win for Kansas. So we look at this Orisa play of the game here. Is it the Ori ult in the Kitsune? It's not.
It's actually Yuri.
Again, saw that Hazard overextend, split from his team. Look at the positioning of their team. They're just like, they're not really playing from one direction at all. They're kind of like playing as all spread out. It's a 1v1 that they're just sort of taking one at a time. You
And
can't
as
do
I
that.
mentioned earlier, it just kind of seems to me like they're a new team just
Potentially.
learning their synergy, because that's what a lot of this gave. Like,
Yeah.
your Hazard jumps in, but your backline is like just absolutely not playing the angle at all. That's just a communication error. So
Yeah, and if not, then I think if you're them, you've got to sort of reconsider your pathing there, because there's just so much time wasted, unfortunately. Does end up resulting in the 3-0 Suravasa sweep. Series sweep. Sweep on the day.
Yep.
2-0 against both of our opponents is pretty impressive. Good showing for us. We're going to get
Yeah.
a really high seeding for this LAN tournament. See how this turns out.
Yeah. But Kansas wins overall today, and we
Kansas
have
wins
no
overall.
more matches. So
No more matches tonight. But tomorrow we have what?
Valorant,
Valorant tomorrow? I believe it's Valorant tomorrow.
Valorant
against
tomorrow.
against MSU.
Michigan State.
Michigan State tomorrow for Valorant. We'll have some different casters for you tomorrow night. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.